Hey everyone, this is Pete. Welcome back to Warriors Wednesday and the latest installment of our playthrough of Warriors Orochi. As with the last bunch of episodes, we will be continuing through the story mode with the Samurai Warriors scenarios. So last time we got up to, I believe, the 5th side mission and the 6th main mission are now unlocked. So we'll probably go for the 5th side mission, but before we do that, let's take a bit of time to prep. See what weapons we've got on hand. So this is now our next. Oh, we've got a 3rd level weapon for her, so we want to make use of that, and we'll do some weapon fusion with that as well. So we'll take her weapon, and then we will take the double fans. Actually, do we want to do that? Yes, we do, because the abilities on there are better. So let's take that, fuse it with that, which is the basic weapon. We'll add some attack, add some slots. And I don't think we can actually add these in until we've added the slots, but that's okay. Means when we get some more weapons, we can add some more abilities. So let's confirm that. And then we'll go again, fuse that one, add some more attack, add some rage, add some agility to increase the attack speed, and add the flame effect as well. That's a pretty tasty weapon now. Yep, all good. Right. Lucian, how's he doing? So he's got a level 2 weapon there. Wondering if it's more worth actually spending some points on him, because he's only level 16. It'd be quite helpful to have another character who's reasonably competitive. So let's spend some growth points on him, so we can level him up once. Once, better than nothing. Well, we can have the rest of the points then. At least just gets him slightly over halfway to level 18. So better than nothing. Alright. And let us move on straight away. So like I say, we're going to do the 5th side mission this time. So it's the Coalition Army and the Takeda Uesugi Army versus the Orochi Army. So this is the battle that was going on at the same time as the Battle of Guandu in the previous episode. So we'll see how things go.
Shingen Takeda and Kenshin Uesugi advanced upon Nagashino, hoping to draw the full attention of the Orochi army. Their plan worked. Orochi transferred his primary forces from Guandu to Nagashino, leaving the fortress at Guandu dangerously undermanned. If Nobunaga were to take advantage of this opportunity and attack Guandu, then a mortal blow could be dealt to Orochi's hopes. For this reason, Shingen and Kenshin were prepared to martyr themselves. But just as they were prepared to ride to their deaths, help came from an unexpected quarter.
Okay, so let's quickly check the objectives first of all. So we have to defeat those two and protect our yellow friends. So we're quite outnumbered on this one. It's going to be quite a challenge, I'm sure. So let's make sure we're a bit careful.
Support has arrived.
Right, we'll start with Lucian, get him a bit of experience.
But we remain outnumbered. We must join forces at once if we are to stand a chance.
We haven't used him enough. Need to sort of figure out which ones of his charge attacks are the most effective ones. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's quite good. 1, 2, 3, and then charge. That does the somersault. 2, 3, 4. That's quite good as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we can work with this. Let's clear out this area a bit before we start moving out. And maybe we do want to start heading straight over there, because those are the guys we're supposed to be protecting. So, let's take out the chaps on the way.
I bring good news. Reinforcements have arrived from the Oda.
From Oda? This is a pleasant surprise.
Fight on. We must prevail.
Alright, well, our presence has raised their morale a bit,
We should take the garrison.
which is sorely needed if you look at the gauge up in the top right.
You are outnumbered. To fight is suicide. Why do you do it?
Alright, let's bust on through. A bunch of officers to deal with. And they're already on the offensive.
No mercy! Get ready to taste my steel.
We formed an alliance, so our health will regenerate. That's always helpful. These guys are not the kind of officers who are a significant threat. There's sort of a couple of tiers of different officers in Warriors Orochi in particular. There's sort of... They're not faceless or nameless or anything, but they are less important than sort of the named characters in the story, the ones who have speaking parts. And a lot of the time, the people you'll be coming across are sort of generic officers. So they're the strength of bosses, but they're not as unique, if you like. So they don't have as many unique moves. They're based on a more sort of standard moveset.
Prepare yourself.
Yeah, Lucian's holding his own nicely at the minute. Being ably assisted. Stop that. Will today be the day I learn how to block? No, it probably won't.
My blades strike again.
Not bad. Now it's my turn.
But one can dream. The one thing I am getting a bit more of a feel for is that the block button can also be used for aerial recovery as well. So if you get launched at any point, you can hit the block button and that will help you to actually get back on your feet a bit quicker. You'll do a flip in the air. Right, who else do we have to deal with? There was another officer somewhere, wasn't there? Where's he gone? Has he been taken down already? Oh, that was quite good. These seem to mostly be grunts at the minute. Which is fine by me. Oh no, there he is. Zhuhan.
The front line has been broken down.
Oh, didn't even get to hit him.
The enemy commanders are formidable. We must take nothing for granted. Proceed with caution.
Base captain, important to get rid of as well, as always.
That ought to keep them quiet for a while.
Takeda's helmet's kind of amazing.
What do you think?
I like the big moustache.
How should we proceed?
We must use our cavalry to take their main camp.
Agreed. I will draw their attention. You must lead your men to the enemy camp.
Cavalry's here, love. Alright, so we probably want to go and protect them. So if we head in this direction, we should be able to rendezvous with them. friends are following us as well. That's good. There we go. Charge!
Cavalry must not be harmed. Hurry! Spring to
I
the
don't need
aid.
a horse. Playing some of the stuff in the Capcom beat 'em up bundle that got released recently. It's made me realise that mounted combat has never really been a strong point of any games with even slight beat 'em up elements. So like you play the mounted combat in something like Knights of the Round and it's just a liability. You're just making yourself a bigger target. You're not making yourself significantly more powerful, and so it just feels like you're making yourself more vulnerable and giving yourself less options. So I'm not entirely sure what the benefit is. I know mounted combat has been a part of the Warriors series from the very earliest installments, but it's not something I've ever found particularly worth engaging with. Still, Chappie there seems to be quite happy on his horse, so let him do his thing, I say. Okay, morale's increasing nicely. We've got an officer ahead though. So,
Brace yourself.
let's take him down.
Everybody, follow their lead.
I think I was right in the previous video, you know, I guess it must have been a big map or something, that the whole fluidity of the game was significantly less on that previous mission. To such a degree that it was making Lucian's attacks feel particularly slow. But on this one we seem to be back to normal performance, thankfully, so hopefully we don't encounter too many more situations like that, because it really threw off the handling. It's I don't like to make excuses for my terrible performance in the last episode, but well, that might be part of it. Oh dear, let's not get surrounded. Switch!
Retreat can be an acceptable step.
There I go again, getting distracted by telling anecdotes.
Not bad at
Right, onwards. Takatora Todo.
Experience have gone into this.
Yeah, Zhao Kao is getting very, very good now. I'm enjoying playing as her because she's speedy. She's got some power behind her blows. She's got a good weapon now as well. Yeah, really having a lot of fun with her now. But like Akechi, I don't want to overuse her and leave Lucian underleveled.
Now it's my turn.
So in fact, let's switch back to him for a bit,
Fly on me.
because he'll still get some health back from the Alliance. Right, our friends seem to be heading
Wanna
this
fight?
way.
Then fight me. Here I go.
Yeah, what I was saying about the officers earlier, if you look at this guy, Chen Shi, he actually looks pretty much identical to the guy we were fighting at the beginning, so he's one of the more generic officers that you come across. So he's still a significant obstacle, but he's perhaps not as powerful as, not as dangerous as the people who play a more active role in the story. Get your horse out of the way.
This isn't
Oh
as
dear,
easy
the
as
cavalry's
I
been
thought.
routed. Oh, if they will send one man on a horse and call that the cavalry. I'm not well up on my technical warfare terms, so I don't know if one person on a horse counts as the cavalry, but I always got the impression that cavalry feels like it should be, you know, more than one person. we've got some more cavalry on the way, I think. Oh, have we? Yes. Here we are. So this guy's going to get here safely, at least. Alright.
Good work. Keep those horses moving.
Alright, now what? Oh, okay. We're going to have to keep escorting those through, and presumably the more of them we get through in this phase of the fight, the more help they're going to be able to offer later on. So let's make sure they stay protected. Yeah, you retreat. I hear horses. There's Horsey Man, there he is. So we just slice through all our little friends here. Chop! Alright, move on. Oh, another officer.
Plans are in place. Time to execute.
That was the worst Musou attack I've ever done. Didn't hit anybody. Ah, right. Okay, so one of my special attacks seems to have a freezing property on it at the minute, which is proving rather useful. 2, 3... I think it's the 4. Challenge 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe the trigger chance is random, but yeah, that certainly seems to be pretty useful. Especially against this chap here.
Prepare yourself.
Come you win.
And this one you lost.
My blades strike again.
Very good. Right.
Not bad at all.
You guys proceed with your pathetic unit of 1 horse. I kind of feel this would have been more effective for them if they'd sent, you know, all of them at once. Like an actual cavalry charge. But hey, this is why I'm not a strategist.
That's it.
Strategist.
Just
Strategist?
a little further.
You know what I mean.
The enemy cavalry may be on the move. Sally forth into the bypath and cut down all you see. Nemesis, I will see you
Alright,
on the other
let
side.
us sally forth. Oh no. What? Well, that was unexpected. I'm confused. I can't be in 2 places at once. Oh well. Let's try again.
Shingen.
Alright, so what happened that time around was that Uesugi, who is one of the guys we had to defend,
We must join forces
got beaten.
if we are to stand a chance.
By who? I'm not entirely sure, but then I wasn't really keeping an eye on that part of the map, which was probably where we all went wrong, so...
This to be the end of my road to glory.
Here I go.
The enemy encroaches.
We're going to need to take care to watch this corner of the map this time around. I'm disappointed. I thought it was going to be the first episode for a while that we actually cleared first time, but no. It was not to be. I think this is an important thing you need to bear in mind with the Warriors series, particularly the earlier ones like this. It's that you will very often get quite a long way through a scenario and then fail. And you need to be ready for that, because it doesn't necessarily mean that you've lost everything, because in the process of that failed attempt, you've earned some experience. You might have unlocked some abilities and proficiencies, so it's not the end of the world. You obviously don't get all the loot, you don't get the weapons and stuff like that, but no, it's not. I mean, it's not great. It means you have to play it again, but it's not a complete waste of time. Let's put it that way.
I bring good news. Reinforcements have arrived from the Oda.
This is a pleasant surprise.
He's got a good voice as well as a good moustache.
We must prevail.
I'm missing Spear Guy though.
I suppose we should take the garrison first.
I'd love to stick my face between your fans, or whatever it was.
I shall show no mercy.
I know it wasn't there, but it was still pretty pervy.
Get ready to taste my steel.
There should be no steel tasting today. There we go, there's the icy attack. He's also got an explodey ball thing, a bit like Nobunaga does. That seems to be a thing for quite a few technical characters. And I believe the way you use that... The way you're supposed to use that, I think, is you drop it just by pressing a charge attack by itself. And then you do another charge attack as part of an actual combo, and that will cause it to detonate. But because that takes a little while to actually perform, I haven't really found an effective use for that yet. I mean, in theory it would be good for clearing out large groups of enemies, but because it takes quite a while to actually do, it doesn't seem like the most practical choice all the time, so... Alright, well, we're still devastating things nicely here. Alright. Let's go back to Lucian. Get him some more experience. Right, well, let's try it. So we drop that there, like that, and then we do... Oh, it just explodes after a few seconds anyway, so... I guess you can just drop it and then run away.
Discretion is the better part
Better part of valor, better part of valor.
Blades strike again. Not bad at all.
The front line has been broken down, but I hear tell that the enemy commanders are formidable. We must take nothing for granted. Proceed.
Okay, so they're escaping. This corner is pretty clear now.
That ought to keep them quiet for a while.
The next thing that happens should be
Think Nemesis. How should we
the cavalry coming from this corner.
We must use our cavalry to take their main camp.
Agreed. I will draw their attention. You must lead your men to the enemy camp.
Right, so the cavalry's coming. cut them a nice path.
We mustn't let them have all the glory.
Here I go.
Cavalry must not be harmed. Hurry! Spring to their aid!
Ah, right. Okay, so if we look down in the southeast corner, we can see the enemies are starting to sort of muster down there. So we're going to need to watch that carefully. They're already moving on the base. So let's try and clear a path for this first bit of cavalry first. And then we'll go and help out with the defensive base camp. Might be worth switching to one of the other characters just for the sake of getting some killing done a little bit quicker. Like I say, I would like to get Lucian some more experience though, so... We are taking a bit of a beating though. Let's switch out. Okay. So that first cavalry unit got routed anyway. Which is unfortunate.
Now it's my turn.
Alright, got a bunch of officers there, so I'm going to leave them to it for a little while and go and defend the base for a bit. So they're not rushing into the base yet, they are starting to move in there. And if that's what messed us up last time, then yeah, we need to deal with that sooner rather than later, really. There they are.
You there, small girl. What is your name?
Me? I'm Xiao Xiao. I'm in the Demon King's army now.
Delightful little girl. I think I could fit her in my pocket.
Stand and fight me. I don't want any mercy.
I do like the sort of context-sensitive dialogue in this that actually pays attention to
Discretion is the
what
better
characters you're
part of
playing.
Come back later and try again.
And it's not perfect, obviously. I'm sure
Not at all.
Xiao Kao just said that she's part of the Demon King's army, which obviously isn't correct. But it at least acknowledges the different characters and gives you a reason to
Come back later and try again.
make use of them,
Bad.
to
Now
see
it's
the
my
different things
turn.
that they say. Right, you lot can fuck off. I think we got a base down there as well, haven't we? So, oh, no base captain, no. Okay. So again, let's leave these guys to it for a bit, and let's go and see if we can help out the cavalry in time. I suspect we might not be able to, given that they're a fair old distance away, but let's see what we can do. And there's a third cavalry unit after this anyway, so... You need healing, sir. There's one thing I always wish was a little bit easier in these games is getting healing. Not for yourself, because that's reasonably straightforward enough to do, particularly in this where you can use the alliances and stuff to heal yourself. But being able to heal your friends. Ah, shit. Yeah, being able to heal your friends would be really helpful. That's one thing you can do in Hyrule Warriors, which is great. So when someone gets down to low health, they will get a blue circle around themselves, and you can go and save them by just stepping into that blue circle, and that restores their health. That is a great addition that makes missions like this not quite so frustrating.
I shall show no mercy. Here I go.
Alright, well, we'll get one cavalry unit at least. Right, to pop back and help the base again in a bit as well. I can see the enemies are starting to get in there again. Alright, so screw them for now. Make a beeline back to the main base. Make sure our illustrious leader does not kick the bucket again.
Good work. Keep those horses moving.
Oh, there's more cavalry. Okay, fair enough. We've got a base captain in our base. That's probably not going to help, is it? So, let's do something about that. Look at you with your stupid purple armor. Right, I think I see a base down in the south as well, so we should probably go and take that out. And that will hopefully cut off the flow of these guys coming in. So they're coming in through the south gate of this fortress, I think. Yeah, there we are. Okay, so that sees their base. Let's take out a few more of these guys. Pummeled a little bit in the process, but yeah. Hopefully a lot of them should retreat now. And then we'll clear up the base. Hopefully the cavalry is holding its own up there. They seem to be at the minute. I haven't heard any warning messages.
Here I go.
Double attack. Yes, please. Perfect for cutting you all down. Aye, Garland will knock you all down.
Everybody, follow their lead.
Why isn't there a Final Fantasy Warriors game? That's what I want to know. I feel like that would be a lot of fun. I know we've got Dissidia as sort of the big Final Fantasy crossover game, and then there's the mobile games as well, like Record Keeper, Brave Exvius, and what's it called? Opera Omnia. But yeah, seeing the success of stuff like Hyrule Warriors and Fire Emblem Warriors, and how well they take characters and settings and situations and scenarios from all aspects of a franchise and kind of bring them together into this really fun fan-servicey experience. Yeah, I would love to play that in with Final Fantasy characters.
Plans are in place. Time to execute.
Probably unlikely to ever happen, I feel, but I guess we do also have the Dragon Quest Heroes series as well, which I know isn't Final Fantasy, but it's Dragon Quest. And that essentially does, well, what I want, but for the Dragon Quest series. So you've got sort of warrior-style action combat. I know the second one in particular is supposed to have some quite strong RPG elements in particular, in the sense of things like buying equipment, leveling up, skill trees, all that sort of thing. So that's one I'd actually quite like to try at some point, probably as part of this series. But at the same time, I'd also like to make my way through as much of these games as possible, because thinking about it, I don't think I've ever beaten a Warriors game apart from Hyrule Warriors, and even then
That's it.
I only beat the story mode on that and one of the adventure maps, so I by no means 100%ed it. I'm not going to sort of 100% this or anything and level everyone to the max or anything like that, but it would be cool to get through all the stories and see how they're different.
They are prepared to discard their lives to defeat Orochi. And I? What is it that I do?
My cats are fighting. Apologies if you can hear that. Right, these guys are coming up around here. So let's deal with them.
Hit me with everything you've got.
Another pair of officers
Hit me with everything you've got.
with the same voice and the same armor. So you see what I mean about the generic officers now?
There's nothing else for it.
Uh-oh.
Come back later and try again.
Not bad at all.
I will not be defeated by generic enemy 256. Thank you very much.
Discretion is the better part of valor.
All right.
My blades strike again.
Not bad at all.
Right, so the cavalry is having a bit of grief up here, I think. Oh, another officer.
Why do you fight when you
Leave
know
them
you
to it for a
cannot
minute and
win?
just go see what's going on over here. Hi. How are you?
Here I go! Prepare yourself! Prepare yourself!
Do you really like that ice attack? That's presumably attached to his weapon. Running away, eh? Alright.
The cavalry is ready to advance. Now is the time to show our faith.
Okay, let's get rid of this dickhead first.
You shall not pass. I am a rock.
And then we will go and help the cavalry.
I had no idea they still had such forces in reserve.
Time has come for us to join the advance.
Let us glide over the battlefield together. Nemesis.
Not sure where those two are calling each other Nemesis. That's something I'll have to look into. That's presumably something from their original stories.
My blades strike again!
Right. The other thing with the non-generic officers is you get that little sort of victory cutscene when you beat them as well. So that shows that they're a more powerful, stronger one. Right. How best to handle this? I guess just team up and hack our way through.
Bring it on!
That's a nice move. We've got a blocker on our hands, boys. Fang Zhong's pretty cool. Might have to use him a little bit. This old man with giant sword. There's Captain. No, not for long.
You wish to face me? It's your funeral.
It's the guy I used to call Cow Pie and couldn't stop thinking of Desperate Dan when I did so. I know it's actually Cao Pi or something like that, but you know, old habits break hard and all that. You think you're so smart, covered in lightning? Oh, ow.
My blade is
It's time for the sword that hits 8 times. Oh, I wasted that opportunity, didn't I? I shall show my strength against you and then go flying straight past you when I try and hit you. Have I mentioned before how much I'd like a lock-on button?
Here I go!
Prepare yourself. Know your place. Wait, that's something else. Get over here. Everyone could get out of my way so I can see what I'm doing. That would be helpful. You could stop blocking. That would also be helpful. Whee! Everybody jump. It's fun how quickly the tide of battle can change in this. Like, if you look at the map now and compare it to how it was at the start of the mission. Like, at the start of the mission, that whole sort of fortress looked completely impenetrable. It just goes to show what a difference of actually following through on a strategy can help.
To accomplish.
Come back later and try again.
Not bad at all. Rely on me.
Meat buns, yum yum yum. Okay, not much left to go. Well, I think we've accomplished our little mission of getting Lucian some experience, definitely. He's taken down quite a few officers, he's got quite a few scrolls.
Now you seem like you know what you're doing.
Come closer and you will find out.
And he's definitely performing pretty well in combat now.
Face me.
So well done to you, Lucian. You win the Most Improved award. Right, there's another officer somewhere, wasn't there? There he is. Yes. Eat sword. Dagger, I suppose. I can't see. So many people hack and slashing at once.
Hit me with everything you got.
Alright. Okay, I think it's just the big guy left now. Oh, no. You as well. Let's be thorough. There you go. Get over here. It's like you don't want to be hit in the face by 500 people. What is wrong with you? And another one down. Alright, let's break in and finish this. Oh, you're on a horse, are you? Not anymore.
I'll show you the strength of the Soon Man.
Here I go.
Ooh, ouch. He hits hard. But everybody's here to help now. That's by a base captain. That's by a dead base captain. Gonna have to finish this soon because my cat is sitting at the door complaining that it's closed, so you know, time to get things moving.
Rely on me. Here I go.
Mindless.
Now you shall pay. There. Know your place. Know your place. Know your place. Know your place. Know your place.
Alright, nearly there. A few more nice juggles like that would be nice.
Know your place.
Eat it. Finish him off with Lucian. Finish him off with Lucian. Lovely.
So, did you
I did enjoy that, yes.
Have I ever not?
All the more so for it only taking 2 attempts this time instead of 5. Alright, so we have found victory at last. Okay, so that was the 5th side mission in the Samurai Warriors playthrough of this. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm still having a good time with this. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please help out the channel by leaving a like or a comment and subscribing. Be sure to check out moegamer.net for new articles on Japanese and Japanese-inspired video games, new and old, every weekday. Every month, Moe Gamer features an in-depth exploration of an individual game or series as its cover game, so be sure to check the archives to see if your favourite has had a deep dive yet. If you'd like to support the site directly, please consider becoming a patron or buy me a coffee. You can find links to do both down in the video description. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.